May is finally over with. Huge movies are starting to hit the box office. Stick around and see which ones knocked it out of the park this month. Right out of the gates on May 2nd, Thunderbolts came out, and that grossed domestically $180.3 million for the month. And this is just for the month of May. That movie's still playing. It's probably it might hit 200 million, but 180 is not bad. But for a Marvel movie, I expect a little more. That had good publicity. A lot of people wanted to come watch a movie, see what the Thunderbolts was about. I watched it, and I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, the characters, the characters were cool. The plot was cool, but it just didn't do it for me. Like, who did they fight in the movie? When they did actually fight, like, a bad guy, the Sentry, they got whooped. So, I'm going to give that thumbs down. I like the characters in it, though, but it just didn't seem like those guys, the Thunderbolts, were powerful, or they had like any like special powers or anything. Ghost was pretty cool. Red Guardian was awesome. He was hilarious in that movie. It's worth a watch. It's a hard thumbs down, but it is what it is. Also, May 2nd, this movie was in and out of theaters real quick. It lasted maybe 2 weeks, if that. And it was The Surfer with Nicolas Cage. Nick Cage is out there doing his thing. It was about, I think it was like him and his son. They went back to Nicolas Cage's hometown where he grew up, and he wanted to buy his house back just so he can surf and take his kids surfing. That movie was all over the place. I couldn't. That was making me crazy watching that movie. But it's Nicolas Cage. I love all his work, but sorry, that one's another thumbs down. May 9th, I was finally excited for these two movies in particular to drop. Clown in the Cornfield came out. It's a horror movie with a clown in a cornfield. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, I had cheap kills. You know, you've probably seen the movie over and over again. Or a movie like that over and over again. It wasn't too bad. I give it a thumbs up. Clown in the Cornfield, can't beat it. Horror. With Clown in the Cornfield came out Fight or Flight with Josh Hartnett. That movie was actually fun. That movie was played during the summer. I forgot what they have, but it's like you go to a movie, you don't know what it is. They play like every Monday or something, and that movie played. And it was ridiculous how people go to a movie that you don't know what it is, and then you leave. People are actually leaving during that movie because they didn't want to see it. They thought it was going to be like Final Destination or another movie. But what I saw of it, I liked it. That's a fun movie with Josh Hartnett. I can't say the last movie he was in, which was Trap. I can't say that was any fun because don't get me started on that one. Next up is May 16th. Two movies came out. One of them I was pumped up for. I wanted to watch it for a long time. We'll get started with the first one though. Jenna Ortega and Hurry Up Tomorrow. That was out. I didn't watch too much of it. Didn't really interest me. No one was in that movie. Somehow mustered up $5.1 million. A real quiet $5.1 million. I'm going to give that one thumbs down. It was hard to follow from what I went in and saw of. I didn't care for that too much. Next up was what I've been waiting for a long time is Final Destination. Final Destination Bloodlines. That movie is awesome. Such a fun movie. A lot of good kills in it. It actually had the theater laughing at a couple parts. If you end up watching the movie, or if you're, a fan of the franchise and you love all the over-the-top kills, There was one kill that had everyone rolling. It is so funny. I would just walk in at that time just to see how the theater would react, and every single time they laughed. Big thumbs up. Next up, what was it, May 23rd, Memorial Day, or Memorial Day weekend. It was Stitch Impossible weekend, the biggest weekend ever for Memorial Day at the box office. Mission Impossible number 8, The Final Reckoning, got $114.4 million. You know what you're going to get. It's Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 1 through 7, just different storylines. 8 had a lot of the characters from previous movies. I'm not a big Mission Impossible fan. Sorry. Thumbs down. And also Lilo and Stitch. Everyone was going crazy about that movie for the month of May. Actually, for 2 weeks, it's at $259.7 million. It was a fun movie. Like Lilo, thought she was a little brat sometimes. Stitch was just a little Stitch over here. Actually had a little popcorn bucket. Little Stitch. Pretty cool. But he was a nuisance in the whole movie. He was a little bad boy. Dog. They call him a dog, but he's actually an alien. But I'm going to give that a sideways thumb. I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Wasn't the worst movie. Disney's live action movies doesn't seem to be up to par as of late. Snow White. Next week we had May 30th, and I was kind of curious to see what Karate Kid Legends would bring. I don't know. I watched a little bit of it. I liked Ralph Macchio in it. I liked Jackie Chan in it. I'm going to give that one thumbs up. I hadn't watched the whole thing yet. It just came out a few days ago. It ended up doing $15 million just in a few days, which is not bad. But if word of mouth hits the street that it's good and it's worth watching, then that's gonna do pretty good. Speaking of, I'm gonna go back to Final Destination. That was at $108.6 million. That is a horror. I think that's a horror movie or a thriller. But remember, I told you in my previous videos, horror movies don't get a lot of money towards the box office. They really don't scratch $100 million. This one's actually at $108 million, so that is awesome. I love the horror movies, love that genre. Glad to see that succeeding. Back to May 30th, and Bring Her Back showed. I don't know what to think about this. When I walked in at the certain parts, it was iffy. Some crazy stuff going on in there. I wanted to watch it, but I didn't have any time to stick around and watch it. I'm going thumbs down for that just because the parts that I watched were like, whoa. I wonder what they're going with this. It could be good. It could change my mind. Maybe when it comes to streaming or on Blu-ray, I'll pick it up and give it a watch from front to back. See what it's all about. June is Among Us, and we have a few big ones coming out. I think from the John Wick world, Ballerina, that's gonna be coming out. That's gonna be big. That's gonna look pretty cool. That's actually coming out next week. Then How to Train Your Dragon's coming out in 2 weeks, June 13th. Elio's coming out, and at the end of the month, F1, the movie's coming out with Brad Pitt, the racing movie. I'm not too big on racing, not too big on cars. It's gonna be like almost a 3-hour movie too, so I don't know. See, the only car movie I really liked was Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. Look at that. And at the end of the month is Megan 2.0. Saw the previews for it. I don't know if I'm not too thrilled about it or what, but I'll give it a watch. I love Megan 1. So we'll see what Megan 2.0 brings. That wraps it up for the month of May. It was a huge month. A lot of people came to the box office. It's going to be a huge summer. So stick around end of the month. I'll throw another video out, see how everything went in June. But I got to pick a winner for May to go up against my April winner. My April winner was Sinners. That's going to take a lot for someone to knock that one out. That movie's so good. So May, I'm going to pick Final Destination. Of course, movie's so good. But between Final Destination and Sinners, I'm going to go with Sinners for another month. That movie's still playing in the theaters, still going strong. And I think that one, if that one's dubbed as a horror, that thing's at 200 and some million, 250 million already. That movie's going great. If you end up watching a movie, I said in my previous videos that there is a mid-credit scene and an end-credit scene. So stick around and watch the whole thing. That's a ride, that movie. Other than that, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, leave in the comments below what you think. If you saw any movies, what do you think about them? Let me know what you think about Lilo and Stitch. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong with Mission Impossible, with Thunderbolts. Anything's appreciated. Well, we'll see you at next one. See ya.